Hello, hello, welcome back into another stream. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing well. Welcome, welcome. Happy Happy Halloween, everyone. Yes, today I am back in with some more Master Detective Archives Rain Code. I'm very excited to get back into the game, so yeah. Without further ado, let's get the game started and let's begin, shall we? There we go. Good shit. And yeah. Let's get right back into it, shall we? Yeah, we just got done investigating. Yeah. So yeah, I think we were about to head back to the others. Wait, what's that? Oh, hi.
Vivia? What's the matter, Vivia? Why are you in your ghost form?
I was wondering how your investigation was going. I grew curious.
Fair enough.
Did you come to help? I didn't expect your cooperation. Still, thank you. It's very reassuring.
Wait, Master! You shouldn't trust him.
Why?
He's plotting something.
How do you
What
know?
could he be plotting? Aren't you overthinking things?
So, what will you do now? Are you still going to pursue the truth?
Yes?
Huh? Why wouldn't I? I finished investigating the crime scene, so I was about to head back and report to everyone. We need to find the truth. Otherwise, the chief won't get treated, and everyone will be captured.
I see. So you won't be satisfied until you discover the truth.
Yes?
What do you mean?
Master, watch out! He's plotting something!
Tell me, Yuma.
He was
Why
having
do you
that.
seek the truth?
He did have the box cutter earlier,
Huh?
which
We
scares
have to
me.
find the truth to fight the peacekeepers.
Well, the truth is like cracks in a mirror. They're all so small, you must squint to see each tiny crack. Most wouldn't even
Right.
notice them. They think the world reflected in the mirror is reality itself. If you did notice the cracks, would you destroy the mirror to reveal what the real world actually looks like? Even if the moment the
guess.
mirror is destroyed, it changes the world people can see forever.
What are you talking about?
And if shattering the mirror reveals nothing but darkness and chaos, even then, would you still seek the truth?
I
I
don't know what will happen when the truth is
don't
exposed.
know.
But right now, we need the truth to save Chief Yako and everyone from the agency. Everyone, including you, of course. I just want to help others. Are you saying that's wrong?
And for that, what will you sacrifice? How much have you already sacrificed?
Huh?
How much
I bet
does
you're
he
the type
know?
who's willing to sacrifice yourself for the truth. One day, it will ruin you. You will destroy the world for truth's sake.
Me? Destroy the world? That's impossible.
What?
No, you've already stepped one foot into ruin. In fact, it's already up to your neck.
What?
If possible, I'd like to help you. You are a dear friend to me.
Right.
How about it? It's not too late. Why not turn back from this path?
What
You
is he
mean
plotting?
To let us be captured by peacekeepers? That doesn't solve anything. I don't understand what you're saying, Vivia. Never mind. We need to report what I discovered to the others.
So you refuse to understand.
The music went
You
away.
leave
I'm
me
scared
no
now.
choice.
Wait, what?
Vivia?
Ah! He took my blade! This guy is nuts!
Oh fuck.
I usually keep this in my pocket. It's not real. Like the ghost form, it's just a reflection of reality. So, slashing at you won't do anything. But I warned you, didn't I? While you're in ghost form, your physical body is vulnerable.
What?
You mean...
I will simply return to my body 5 seconds before you do, and then I'll slice your throat open.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Given I am more familiar with spectral projection, I'm positive I can return to my body before you can. Well, will you give up now?
Are you threatening me?
I only want you to give up on the truth.
Damn.
The truth you wish to expose is dangerous. I have a feeling that our peace and quiet will be pulled right out from under our feet. If you won't stop, then I must stop you. For this world's sake. For the sake of peace and quiet.
You're not making any sense. You're gonna kill me because of a feeling?
I don't want it to end this way. I thought we could talk it out. That's why I came here. But you refuse to give up, which leaves me with no choice.
Damn.
So it looks like this is what I must do. Farewell, Yuma.
Fucking hell, okay.
Wait!
Master, hurry back!
Oh
Hey,
boy.
you two. Quit fighting.
Wait,
Who
Yako?
is that?
Yeah, the truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind.
That voice. Chief Yako?
What?
But you
Does
know
that
what?
mean he's...
Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too.
Does that mean he's already
In the
dead?
end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
Chief Yako, are you alright? Where are you?
Impossible. There's no way he could have made it here with those wounds.
Then that voice.
Perhaps it was his soul's voice as it separated from his body.
Damn.
That means...
No way. Is he dead?
I don't know. We need to find out.
Vivia tried to kill me. Why would he do such a thing?
As if now's the time to be dwelling on that!
You're right. Chief Yaku is the main concern right now, not whatever's going on with Vivia.
Yup. So go!
Okay, damn.
Chief Yako!
It appears his soul hasn't been severed yet. It's still connected to his body.
Right.
But the line is very thin. It could cut away any moment now.
Then why did we hear Chief Yako's voice back there?
I know.
I don't know. It seems there are many more mysterious things in this world that I don't know about. Well, since he went through the trouble of risking his life to give us a lecture, I will sheath my blade.
Thank
When
you.
you're lost, you should believe in your own heart.
Vivia, I still have a lot I need to say to you. But solving this case is top priority. This is the only way to save Chief Yako and everyone else.
Fine. You can report to them once you return to your body. I have somewhere else to go.
Okay.
Where are you going?
After hearing the chief's words, I just remembered. There's something I need to do.
What's that?
Okay.
I have a premonition. In exchange for obtaining the truth, I sense that our peace and quiet will crumble away. But perhaps something entirely new lies beyond that destruction. In order to discover
Okay.
what that may be, I want to continue my investigation for a bit longer. It's not that I want the truth. I need to find an answer I can agree to with confidence.
Fair enough, I guess.
I still don't understand most of what you say, but now I know we feel the same way about this. Let's investigate this together.
As you wish.
Okay,
Master,
I guess
don't
we're
trust
just
this guy.
doing that
Can't
then.
erase the fact that he flashed a blade at you.
I know, I'm not that naive.
You sure about that? After all, you're always so trusting and relying on others. I still have a bad feeling about this. That guy is dangerous.
Really? I want to believe that it'll be alright now.
Maybe you should wait to go until after you report back to the others.
But if I let Vivia go alone now, I get the sense we'll never come to an understanding. I'm sure Vivia has seen something. That's why he's afraid of the truth. I also want to see what he sees. It may help me understand better.
Are you alright? Did his cryptic way of talking infect you? I hope this isn't a side
Maybe.
effect of your coalescence.
I said I'd continue the investigation. But where do I begin?
No idea.
Huh? I thought you already had a plan.
Nope.
You
Damn.
don't, huh?
If you have any expectations for my actions, then you're in for a disappointment. I'm good at avoiding trouble, but I'm terrible at handling it.
Right.
I try to stay still and just let things pass. That's the kind of human I am.
That's because spectral projection allows him to investigate without moving an inch.
So, what have you learned about Dr. Huesca's death?
Well, I gathered some clues, but I still have no idea how the culprit entered the area.
There are only two reasons a mystery goes unsolved. Either there's not enough information, or not enough smarts. There's no point in crying over the latter. Which means there's only one thing we can do.
Should we search the scene one last time?
No, the missing piece might not always be at the crime scene. It could have been launched far away, like pieces of shattered glass.
So you're saying we should check somewhere else?
I'll let you be our guide here. But I'd like to request minimal movement. The shortest possible distance.
Right.
Master, are you sure there could be another key to the mystery somewhere else?
We did finish investigating the actual crime scene, so it could be a good idea to search elsewhere. We can use spectral projection to enter anywhere and look.
Okay, another investigation.
We don't have much time. We have to check the rooms we can access.
Just barge in and check everything.
This is the central lab. There might be some clues here.
Maybe.
There's another one, Master.
Hello.
It says this is the electrical room. Maybe we can
Okay.
find the reason for the blackout here.
Yeah, that could
Let's
be a
check
good
it
spot.
out.
This is...
I wonder what this device is. It's way bigger than we saw in the lab. It's probably a machine for recording research logs, right? There's no way I can find right now. Let's look elsewhere.
There are a bunch of switchboards. Looks like the lab's power system. If this was shut down, there'd be a power outage in the lab.
All of the power
Oh,
to the lab seems to be managed
figure out
here.
what that was.
Wait. I don't see a switchboard for Dr. Weska's lab.
That reminds me. Dr. Weska said the critical lab was on an independent system.
Yeah.
This critical lab operates on a separate power system that obviously includes its security measures.
Makes sense.
I see.
That was a rather indifferent response from Vivia.
Maybe he's bored with the investigation?
Granted, when isn't he bored? So, yeah.
It's really true. I saw someone suspicious right here.
Was it before or after the blackout?
Right after the blackout. I happened to be nearby when the lights went out. So I came here to turn the power back on. And I saw a dark silhouette pass right through the shadows.
That doesn't really tell me much.
Please believe me, it must have been the hitman.
So someone suspicious was wandering around here right after the blackout.
Does that mean it was caused by the hitman? Why would he do that?
I know. I think that's it for this area.
Yep. Use the stairs so you don't get fat.
It shows there's something like here, but I think it just means
I see.
this like general area maybe, I don't know.
Oh,
This lab seems like a private room,
You know,
even though that's been incident, nobody seems to care. They probably care more about researching people. Come on, let's look somewhere else.
Hey, is it true that Dr. Wesker was killed?
Yeah, just like that note said.
But why send a death threat? It'd be a lot easier to take someone out if you don't announce it beforehand.
It's a hitman we're talking about. Maybe it's his policy or something.
I don't know.
That's a good point. What was the purpose of sending that note?
And why did we
Plus,
all
not only
get
was it
one?
sent to the targets, the doctor, it was also sent to the Peacekeepers and our detective agency.
Doing that would just increase security around here, making it even harder for the hitman to do his job.
According to my research about Fink, the slaughter artist, he's never sent a note like that in his previous cases.
Oh.
At the very least, it was not his MO.
So, this time is special?
Well, who knows?
Interesting.
Hey,
Looks like it's packed full of research data.
That's true.
It doesn't look like it's working. I wonder if that's due to the blackout. I don't think we need to spend any more time here. It's not like you can even touch anything anyway. Right. Can I go inside there? No. I guess. Oh wait, I could.
Yeah.
There we go. A number of cylinders are lined up. The pipes stretch out of the room. I don't think we'll find any clues here. We should try elsewhere. This inspection equipment looks like it's meant for use on humans.
yeah, that's right.
Body mods are so exciting. I'm not excited at all. I don't look like it doesn't look like it's been used recently. Probably unrelated to the case.
This reminds me. You went inside Dr. Wesker's lab before, right?
Yeah, just once. I was forced to help deliver some food to him. I think it was about 3 months ago.
And he's been shut in there since, right? I'd go insane.
But the doctor was famous for
I
being
mean, the doctor's
antisocial.
already insane, so
It was probably the perfect environment for him.
Still,
or was
this is a bit
insane.
extreme for the sake of avoiding people.
Anyway, when I brought in the food, he made me check inside those boxes repeatedly to make sure no one was inside. Not that there was any space for someone to hide in. The guy was just paranoid like that.
That's...
It's a machine with space for something to be placed inside. I have no idea what it's used for.
Well,
If only you weren't in ghost form, you could touch it and find out. If I had my body, I wouldn't touch it. I might break it. Relatable. It's a machine, but I have absolutely no idea what it's for. Looks like it's undergoing maintenance. Right now, a researcher is doing an inspection.
for now.
It's not being used today, so I'm thinking it's unrelated to the case. Okay, yeah, everything now here is gone.
So, what room is this? It seems to be locked.
I told you, it's just storage. They keep it locked up because there are some confidential documents inside. Among us researchers, we treat it as perpetually sealed off.
Well, unlock it right now. We need to see if the detectives are hiding inside.
The only key is held by the Peacekeeper's director.
What? Director Yomi has it? Aren't there any other keys?
No.
I mean, if there
the
aren't, that
Peacekeeper's
means
director
we can
personally
hide in there.
manages this area, so he has the only key.
I see. Guess we don't need to look inside. This conversation never happened.
Right.
Right. Storage key.
Only the director has the key to this room?
There's gotta be some kind of secret here.
Right, let's take a look inside. From the look of it, it seems like ordinary storage space.
The files lining the shelves appear to be mostly old research logs.
Everything else is just junk and experimental tools. Guess this has nothing to do with the incident.
Nothing here seems to pertain to homunculus research or Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Huh? How do you know that?
There's a section with a missing file. He probably already disposed of anything he didn't want others to see.
Maybe, yeah.
The secret we're looking for won't be here anymore.
So, the evidence has already been destroyed. After we finally found the secret lab, too. I'll find out for you!
Huh? There's a folder on the desk. The desk is covered in dust, but the folder isn't. Amaterasu
interesting.
lab map. Huh. I guess it's a map. But it's empty inside.
There's nothing else here. Seems like we weren't able to find anything of note. Sheesh. I was hoping this suspicious experimental lab would have a hidden passage or two.
For now, let's finish our investigation here and go to another room.
Such a pain. But I guess we have to.
Yep. Missing file.
That place is suspicious.
Okay, looks like we got everything here.
Chief Yako was attacked in this hallway. Let's see if we can learn anything. The gory bloodstains are still here. They're from Chief Yako.
That's
This
fucked
is
up.
where he was attacked by the Hitman. Damn it all! If I'd only gotten here earlier, I could have changed his fate.
Yuma, did you see the hitman's face?
No, not clearly.
Then how do you know it was the hitman?
Because
Yeah, it was the same knife,
Chief
right?
Yako said so himself.
Okay.
The hitman.
Yeah, no, there wasn't a knife inside of him.
Fink, the slaughter artist.
But it doesn't have to be him,
Also,
right?
the knife which was used to stab Chief Yako has an F inscribed
Okay,
in it.
so yeah, there was a knife
Ah,
in him.
the murder weapon always used by Fink, the slaughter artist.
You know about it?
I did some research after we got that note from the killer. I am still a detective, I suppose.
True.
He
Fair
uses
enough.
his knife to prove to his clients that he committed the murder. Setting that aside, don't you think these bloodstains are unnatural?
You're right. There are some strange marks, like something brushed against it.
Yeah, I see that.
Considering the chaos at the time, I don't think it's odd for a mark like this to be here.
Yeah, well,
Look
couldn't this
closer.
have been like from him?
This mark appears to have been made with someone's bloody fingertip.
Is it a dying message?
Oh,
Could the chief have done it? Was he trying to tell us something?
No. It's more like he was trying to reach for something, rather than write out words.
What could he have been reaching for?
Master, maybe it's that houseplant over there.
wait, what is?
Maybe there's something about this plant. Oh, Vivia! Something's hidden behind the pot!
Oh, okay.
A photo and a map?
Isn't this the map of this lab?
Could it have been taken from that folder in storage?
Right.
Why would it be here?
As for the photo, I have no idea.
The photo shows a young man and a woman. The woman looks like she's wearing a lab coat. Is she a researcher here? The man is covered with blood. I can't see his face very well.
You keep staring at that photo. Did you fall in love with the woman?
God damn it,
You fall
Shinigami.
for every girl. Huh.
I'm just checking for clues.
This is a clue? You don't know the connection between the case and this photo?
We never know.
I don't. But it has to be a clue. This bloodstain was made by Chief Yako as he tried to hide this behind the pot. He left this clue and made sure the culprit didn't find it.
By using the last of his dying strength?
He's not dead! That's true.
Okay, there we go. And then there's one more thing in
This is the robot
Here.
lab where we picked up Amapal. Let's look it over again.
Hey,
Hello.
listen up. The reason Dr. Wesker died is because he deserved it. It's called karma.
Damn bitch, okay.
He always insulted my research. Serves him right! Serves him right!
Damn,
Oh,
okay.
Sorry, that must have hurt. This is also his fault. They still haven't come back with that armor pal I lent them. I'll take a bath with it once it comes back to me. Oh, but that means I need to start research on waterproofing it.
Okay, he's really weird.
I think I've seen something I shouldn't have.
He certainly has a grudge against Dr. Huesca.
Yep.
I guess it's easy to find out what people are really thinking when you're in ghost form.
My forte exposes anyone's inner life and encourages them to tell the truth. That being said, it's thanks to this ability that no one comes near me anymore. Which is what makes you special, Yuma.
Oh.
You think so?
You're way too naive, Master. It's pretty much a sickness at this point.
There's a manual for Amapal. I already know most of the controls, but I should read this. Amapal can be controlled via a special tablet device. Watch the camera feed from Amapal's eyes while you use the key buttons to control it. You can also use the mic to communicate via voice. For safety, the ends of the arms are ball-shaped, but can still be used for actions such as pressing buttons.
Yeah, we know that
However,
much.
while extending or retracting an arm, the controls for the camera and body do not function. This is to prevent the arm's wires from being tangled when children handle it roughly. It has a load capacity of 100 kilograms and is durable enough to withstand most falls. The sales pitch does say, withstand play with your rowdiest kids and tough enough for an elephant to stand on.
It's exactly as the researcher told us.
Yeah, there isn't much other information.
Right.
Oh, oh.
Okay, that seems to be everything apart from this.
This place.
I think they might be testing robots. Oh yeah, yeah, we've seen this. Okay, that was everything in here then.
I think that's about it. I think I've checked everything I could.
Knew it. You didn't get any clues for the case.
We have learned a lot here.
What?
How?
But what
I
do
mean, we have gotten a bunch of keys, so I guess...
That's all I can do to help. After all, I'm more interested in the story than the truth. I think we should return to our bodies soon. There's not much time left.
Oh, then I'll go
What?
back too.
Hey, you're back. How'd the investigation go?
Well, I managed to get a lot more information thanks to Vivia's help.
Whatever, just tell us what you found. We don't have time.
Sure.
Oh yeah, right, Yako. Yeah, he's dying.
So nothing you found leads us directly to the culprit. Oh, damn.
Yeah, sorry.
If only we could get a glimpse of Dr. Weska's computer.
What could we learn from that?
The security logs. They should be saved on the doctor's computer. If we could check the logs, we could clearly see the security system status. With that, we may be able to figure out when and how the culprit entered the lab.
Can't you check the logs with that computer instead?
I can see that the log file exists, but you must log onto the doctor's computer to see what's inside.
You were in the doctor's lab. Why didn't you check his computer?
Literally couldn't.
We could not touch anything while using spectral projection. So obviously, we couldn't mess with the computer either.
Well, why didn't you possess a peacekeeper in the room and make him order the others to do it?
Don't be unrealistic, please. The ghost form isn't all powerful like that.
Right.
It cannot take over someone else's body, nor can it be heard. In fact, you weren't able to hear the conversation between Yuma and me when we were using spectral projection.
Master, I think you should carefully remember that spectral projection trait.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Why?
No reason. I just have a feeling.
Interesting.
Since it can't be done with spectral projection, someone has to go back there and look at the doctor's computer, right? That's basically jumping right into enemy territory!
This is bad. His heartbeat.
Are you serious? Is the chief gonna be alright?
Probably.
Don't just stand there!
Right.
was only a matter of time to begin with, but it looks like that time has come.
No! What should I do? At this rate, it'll be over for everyone!
Oh boy.
Chivyako, Alara, Fubuki, Tetsuhiko, and even Vivia. I refuse to let it end without saving anyone!
To be honest, even if you want to go to the Mystery Labyrinth, you don't have enough clues.
So you're saying we can't do anything until we check the doctor's computer?
How the fuck are we gonna do that?
Hey, Master. You've always been relying on others until now. Isn't it time for you to handle this by yourself? You may be a trainee, but you're still a detective. Try to save everybody on your own without asking for help.
Right.
Save them all on my own?
Nah, I guess you're really not that type of person, Master. I'm just teasing ya.
Damn, okay.
Yuma, what's wrong?
I'm heading back to check the doctor's computer. We have to find the final clue.
Wow.
Wait, are you heading in there as yourself? Do you know what you're doing, Yuma? It's all over if you go out there and get caught.
Thanks to our investigation while in ghost form, I have an idea where the Peacekeepers are located. Now is our only chance before Yomi comes back with more Peacekeepers.
All right. I'll leave the investigation to you, Yuma.
Hey, are you sure about this?
Our hands are full just trying to treat the chief. We have no choice but to leave it to Yuma. The doctor's computer should have the security log and other important data hidden inside.
Right, I'll see to it.
I shall join you. That way if you get caught, I can use my forte.
No, Fubuki. Please save your power for when everyone is in danger. I'll be fine.
Reversing time takes a lot of energy, right? It should be saved as a last resort.
Right.
All right.
I'll stay here as well.
Why? You should go!
There is nothing for me to do.
I mean, his
Besides,
forte
even
in
if we
this
found the truth, it would not
case
improve the
wouldn't
situation
really
here.
do anything.
So you're just gonna give up? You gotta be kidding! Fine, I won't waste time asking you anything anymore. Just go to sleep or whatever. Yuma, you're our only hope. Show him you're no longer just a rookie.
Hell yeah.
Right, I'm heading off now.
Master, you're acting pretty cool.
I am a detective after all. Well, a trainee one.
Seems like my training is working. Oh, and Master? Regarding the clumsy
Yeah?
guy's time rewinding power, you should probably keep that in mind too.
Gotcha.
Huh? Why?
Wait, why?
It probably has nothing to do with the case. Just a feeling. You know, just in case.
Why?
Sure. Alright, let's move carefully so the Peacekeepers don't spot us.
Okay, see Peacekeepers. Oh, there's one over there. Okay. Hell yeah.
I managed to get here without being seen, but there should be more Peacekeepers up ahead. I better keep moving and stay out of sight.
Wait, what if some toxic gas is still lingering around? Nah, just kidding.
Bruh. Okay, so they're mostly in the room. Yeah, there they are.
I knew it. There are still some peacekeepers. But once I'm at the computer, I'll be in their blind spot.
How are you going to get past them?
I just need to reach the computer without being seen.
This mission is impossible. Master, you gotta make sure you don't get clumsy.
No promises.
There's no time. We need to hurry up and check the...
There we go.
All that's left is to check the computer.
Be careful if they can. God damn it.
Who's there?
Oh no! Jeez, I told you not to get clumsy!
You're that terrorist detective. How did you get here?
I'll catch you and report to Director Yomi.
Master, you
fuck.
have to take a chance in the mystery labyrinth!
Wait, I didn't check the computer yet! I have to do that before going to the mystery labyrinth.
Then what are you gonna do?
What do I do?
No clue.
Just come quietly. Resistance is futile.
What's the matter?
Hello? Oh shit, hello.
Yeah.
Sheesh. What a pain.
Livia?
I want to die someday.
Okay, so there's nothing in the for fuse on
You
itself.
came to help me?
Okay, looks like
I
they're
always
still
like
alive.
to keep this syringe in my pocket.
He walks around with a syringe. He's like a walking cop magnet.
I know I should leave you alone, but curiosity got the best of me. You are like death itself.
You said that before, but I'm not the death detective.
No matter. I will be a witness to the end. Once you obtain the truth, I'll see if you choose to scream or fall silent.
What?
I don't get what you mean, but you really saved me. And now I can check the doctor's computer. Vivia really helped us out there. Let's wrap up this investigation now.
Okay, looks like they're just asleep. So maybe it was just... I don't remember what it's called.
Thank goodness.
No one could
Anesthetic?
enter
I
this
think that's
room,
called. That's
so
what it's
we
called.
didn't need to set a password.
Time to check it out. Let's see. Security log, reference folder 1, folder 2, folder 3.
Well, what are you looking at? And what did you find out?
Well, basically, when the security system is turned on or off, it automatically records the date and time in the log. So if someone cut the security and entered this room without permission, it would be recorded in the log.
Uh-huh. I don't really get it. I'm not into modern machines and stuff.
Huh? What's going on here?
What's wrong?
Wait, what's happening?
The only instance of the security being switched off was an hour ago. It hasn't been
Yeah, that
turned
was-
back on since.
That was when we were there.
That means this must have been when I used Amapal to disable the security.
Right. So what?
Well, the last time security was cut was 90 days ago.
90 days?
Yeah,
Which means that
we
security
heard
was
that
up for
when
at least 90 days before I
food
disarmed
was
it. There wasn't a single moment that security was
set in.
cut during that time.
Like 3 months ago. Yeah, that checks out.
This old man was cooped up in here for 90 days?
Was
He's
it
a
like...
bona fide shut-in.
Wasn't it like 6 months or something? He's been in here for a while.
That's not the problem here. There's no record of anyone coming in and out of this room. There should be a log of the hitman entering before we did. Since there isn't, the doctor couldn't have been murdered here. It's the perfect, impossible crime.
From the looks of it, It appears we have strayed further from the truth. The files are formatted to prevent editing. There doesn't appear to be signs that the log was rewritten.
We've checked the data, but it's just made the crime even more impossible.
And thus, the mystery deepens. Mysterious.
It's not over yet. There could be more secret data. Halara even mentioned it. His emails haven't been deleted. He's been communicating a lot with the same person. One message is fairly recent, too.
Oh. Oh, fuck. Damn it, let me turn it off so I can read. Okay, no. Fuck you then, I guess.
This is...
Quite a suspicious exchange. I'm sure Doctor refers to Dr. Huesca, but who is the anonymous person?
No idea.
The
I didn't get to
just
read
random
anything.
Characters jumbled together. It'd be hard to figure out who the person is just from this.
The Doctor spoke to a mysterious person about leaking research and confidential information.
Speaking of which, Makoto mentioned something similar.
Well, this is just a rumor, but someone in Amaterasu Corporation is working behind the scenes with Dr. Huesca. I don't know what they're plotting, but if this rumor is true, they must be dealt with eventually.
So his suspicions were right. Searching through the backlog of the emails, this appears to have been going on for over 5 years. But
Damn.
It seems like their relationship soured about 6 months ago. I guess the Doctor wanted to cut ties.
Again, everything happened like
So
6
the Doctor
months ago.
plotted to leave Kana
What's
warned
up with
as
that?
Anonymous tried to stop him.
It's more like he directly threatened him, if you ask me.
Could Anonymous be the one who hired the hitman?
The Doctor betrayed him, so he sought to kill the Doctor. Makes sense.
The Doctor didn't shut himself in here just for research. He did it to protect himself.
He felt Anonymous posed a threat, so he barricaded himself in a lab with impenetrable security.
That also makes sense.
But he sure didn't act like someone living with a death threat, right?
Either he was that confident in his security, or it was just a facade. Regardless, this Anonymous is very suspicious. If only we could find out who this is.
Even if that person hired the hitman, we still don't know how he got inside.
True, that is the biggest puzzle here. How did the culprit get through such perfect security and murder the Doctor? If we don't figure that out, the case can't be solved and our innocence can't be proven.
Huh?
Uh-oh. Hello? Oh, fuck.
What are you doing here?
You again? What are you,
Well, this
anyway?
bad.
Were you born just to get in my way? Or was this all fated from the very beginning? No. Fate is just an excuse for defeatists.
Damn.
Right, fine. You're not just some shit in my path. You're an obstacle in the way of my ideals, you piece of trash. Trash must be dealt with properly before you rot and start to stink! What's your name?
Yuma Cocohead.
I see. I'll make a path through Kanai Ward's sewers with your name on it. Of course, it'll be named
you-
after your bones once they're dumped there.
Oh, right.
Hey! Capture these criminals! I'll execute them on the spot!
Shinigami, can you do it?
Oh boy.
Of course, Master! We're finally acting like partners!
I wonder, is that anonymous? Anonymous person? Is that? Is it? Is the anonymous person Yomi or someone else entirely? Smash.
This. I see. So this is your true power.
Yeah?
Yuma, I knew you were dangerous.
No matter what you say, it's already way too late.
I want to die someday.
We know.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
I love this game. Go. And we're back in this shithole.
Again with the falling. Why can't it ever be a gentle landing?
Because why not?
Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
So, this place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
Oh boy.
You can tell? Oh, well, anyway, this actually isn't my forte. It's...
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Yes.
So you really could see me this whole time.
He could?
It's due to my spiritual affinity.
Right.
Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent. Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before. I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it. Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency, and saw that death got clear as crystal.
Oh boy.
After that, I did some research. I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death. And
I'm
also
in trouble.
that someone had taken it.
Did I take it? Before I lost my memories?
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the Book Vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Didn't I, like, have...
Just a handful?
A flashback where I, like, went back?
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, this is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits?
Oh boy.
My guess is, clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery, causes its true perpetrator to die. If that's the case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands, Yuma.
I realize.
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
What? Hey!
Damn.
No point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
I see.
So you're determined to do this, huh?
I guess.
Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself. So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
Damn, okay.
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
I mean, he wants to die, so...
Regrets? I don't have any of those. But there are still some things I've left unfinished.
Right.
Especially after you exposed the mystery of this case.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
I don't care what you do, just don't get in our way. Well, Master, let's do the usual.
Yeah, okay.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
You can really hear he's just getting tired of this.
I am.
Nice.
Is that sword for cutting through mysteries? This place must be pretty dangerous.
You don't say.
Here you go, Master. Here's your solution key.
Is
Thank
that
you.
key something like a clue for the case? Wow. Looks like you're ready to go.
Could you be more of a downer? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you. So let's go and unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Let's hunt down this culprit who preys on the truth.
We have to walk? This is unbearable.
Come on.
Cry about it.
You're getting me out here.
I thought you were gonna ignore him.
Oh boy.
Say, Vivia, do you remember anything about the case?
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yako was attacked?
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
That's pretty rare. Must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
I believe it.
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery labyrinth.
I guess coalescence got overwritten. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability.
Could be.
I don't know either.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
So now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness. What a relief.
Okay, he's following me. Okay.
You ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
Go. There it is.
Ooh, there's that mystery!
Huh?
I wouldn't be surprised if Vivia should... That's new.
I told you to stop surprising me like that.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits. But it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Yep.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
Interesting.
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either. Master,
I assume I need a
maybe you don't
solution
even know
key.
which mystery to start with to solve this case.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You've gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing! Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first mystery is... the fact that Dr. Weska was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out.
Yeah.
The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel. Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits. But we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab?
Absolutely,
That's
no
what
idea.
I don't know.
But the culprit is definitely the
How did they
hitman,
then
right?
get out and stop
I think so,
Yako?
but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yako. That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
This shit's confusing as hell. Oh, fuck.
Peacekeepers?
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing here?
Yomi Hellsmile.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
Yeah, but he's just part of the Mystery Labyrinth.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created
Hello,
from the
friends. How you doing?
Right.
Hope you're doing well.
Right.
How are you doing? Okay,
Pieces of
thanks
shit.
for asking.
You're disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward.
Hatsune Neko. Yes.
This guy doesn't seem like an easy
Hello,
opponent.
how you doing? Hope you're doing well.
But we have no choice.
Okay, I really like the
Chief
design.
Yako, for
Actually,
everyone.
that looks really cool.
You killed Dr. Weska, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death!
Toxic gas.
You're the
Shoot friend and armor pal.
ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security systems of the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
Yeah.
Which makes you the culprit.
Right.
yeah, it was been pretty tough to get through the security system to enter the critical lab. But the doctor died before we got inside, which means there had to be had to have been an intruder. Anyway, let's have a look at the solution keys to see if any evidence stand out.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Wesker. You disarmed the security systems at the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab.
How do I get those, like, in the background?
There couldn't be an intruder.
never mind. There we go.
When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab. But something bumped into it and knocked it over. In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark
It was just
wasn't there when
weirdly
we borrowed it.
placed.
It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence? Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth? Don't make me laugh.
Okay, this one that...
Shit. There was an intruder? That's impossible. And in fact, you proved that yourself.
Damn.
So many self-serving arguments. It's all made up. User power to of deduction to repel. Yeah, I think I just missed
Don't make me laugh.
the last one.
Shit! There was an intruder? That's impossible! And in fact, you proved that yourself!
There we go.
Doesn't hold up. What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh.
Map, a lab map, airlock. That one could work.
There was another intruder. Then where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical lab. There- There's no way they got past it. Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it? That's obviously impossible. Isn't that funny? You just proved you committed the crime.
Right.
It's true we didn't see anyone on our way to the lab after disabling the security.
What does that mean?
How could the culprit have hidden from us? For now, let's check the solution keys. You might find a useful clue.
If there...
This device exists to prevent leakage from the toxic gas chamber. The lid is barred but has a hinge to make it easy to open and close it. A floor plan of the lab, it was supposed to be a top secret file, but it was found hidden in the house.
Was another intruder. Then where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical room. There's no way they got past it. Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it? That's obviously impossible! Isn't that funny? You just proved you committed the crime!
Wait, okay, I think I have it with the vent.
Right.
What does that mean?
If there was another intruder, then where did they go? By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical room.
There we go.
Flash through this mystery.
Alright, got it.
There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vent cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway.
Do I now?
Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong. Have fun chasing that fake truth you found.
Damn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have my suspicions that he might definitely have something to do with it.
We managed to defeat him this time.
I mean,
but it's not over yet.
It could also not be because,
Sure
like,
is
we
persistent,
saw.
huh?
I don't think the others saw,
There's no doubt
but
someone else was
we
inside the
saw
doctor's lab.
someone. We saw the
So let's
killer
unravel each
for a
mystery
second. We
one at a
didn't see who
time.
was, but they
I'll get
undid
it this time.
their cloak and they had a research cloak on,
Come on.
or code,
Why
whatever.
does it have to be so sudden?
Was an intruder.
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth.
By the way, it says his right hand dead body. Yeah, still no sign of that. Was that there has to be again. The whole, you know, them kicking over the robot, and then yeah, they could have hidden in the thing, but how would they have gotten in? Was it suicide? I don't fucking know. Yes. Wait.
Right here.
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
I feel
Don't
you.
sigh, this is a good thing.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
There was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapal.
The culprit probably hit Amapel on their way out. After that, they must have intended to leave the lab. But they couldn't.
Again, I
because
find the
we were in the
footprint
front
though
chamber.
weird. Like, how was placed on it? It could just be me overthinking it. I don't know, but
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
It's not an excuse, but it is true. If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them. And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Right. Go. Assume that was right.
Another fork in the path.
How did the culprit enter the lab? That
Seems like
I
we're finally
still
at
do
the
not
central
know.
question. This is the first step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
I leave the rest to you. I'm going to read a book or something.
You can bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
He's just special.
Yes, the power of autism. Invited by... That couldn't have worked. Never entered in the first place. How? And that couldn't have worked either. Honestly, the only one it really could be of these. Because the thing said it was never deactivated, and the file to say if it's deactivated or not cannot be changed. So it has to be this. They never entered in the first place, so I don't know how that's possible. But that's the only thing I could see.
Right here.
The culprit never entered? But you said there's no doubt the culprit was in there.
Perhaps the intruder is not the culprit after all.
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide? If the doctor
Was it
committed
wrong?
suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder, but the doctor himself.
But if the doctor did it, there would be no intruder. The doctor was already in the lab.
Was it a suicide? Or am I wrong?
Huh? A trap?
I might have been
Yes,
wrong.
you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
What?
This
Why
one
didn't
is
you tell me?
difficult.
You wanted me to tell you? Should have said so earlier.
God damn it,
People
Vivian.
only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Use logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
Why is the doctor committed suicide not correct? Yeah. Three stab wounds in the back. With no other injuries disappear to be cause of death. Dr. Wesker is not the kind of person who will take advantage of and sacrifice others for the sake of research.
That's right. The doctor was stabbed 3 times in the back. One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself. But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
But still, the others just don't make sense. There was never...
Well, I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
I know. I'll do better next time.
But how could they have gotten inside? It wasn't recorded. It wasn't the same. The records cannot be edited. Someone was clearly inside, but how? Invited in by the doctor? It can't be that because the power is separate and the doctor would have realized. It has to be this.
Right here!
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
Things are so muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside. If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
Ah, so you think the doctor disabled the security? He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
Huh? This route is wrong too?
What?
Again?
No need to worry, Yuma. I don't mind it at all if we can't find a way to
Is it gonna be like one of these where no matter which route it takes, they're wrong?
Motivation. You can take care of this on your own, can't you, Master?
Don't let him influence you!
Damn, okay. Why is invited in by the doctor not correct? The security log of the critical lab, whenever the security system is turned on or off, the date is automatically recorded. Records show security show the security system was disabled an hour ago. It was not not been turned off, turned back on since Yuma and company used Armapal to disable the security.
The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down. If that's the case, he certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in.
No excuses, Master. Do it again.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
No.
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
Again, the only way I could really think about it, like how this is possible, is if they, you know, have what was it called again? Permeation, where they can just go through walls. And yeah, again, it cannot be this unless, because yeah, he mentioned the power was not cut off because it's a different power source. Unless it could have been.
Right here.
Again, is this just a thing of no matter which answer I pick, it's gonna be wrong, or is it?
The culprit used the blackout to slip past security and into the lab. That answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
It's not right, I know that.
Huh? What? This was the last route!
This labyrinth is a tricky one. It's like one of those old detective novels. Perhaps you're the real culprit, Yuma.
No, I fucking ain't.
Really, Master?
Shinigami, you were there.
Focus! We need to get out of here!
Security power supply. Security lock. The Critical Lab's security system operates on a separate power system than what is managed there.
The doctor said the Critical Lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room. The security wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building. What's going on? Were all 3 routes wrong?
I wonder what it means.
Maybe... But doesn't make sense. Maybe Vivia lied and he can? It's not, no, but... Yeah, no, that's not Vivia's knife, so it can't be him. Hello?
Hey, there's another door!
I get it! Since we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared!
Interesting. The Mystery Labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your investigation.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, you opened the path to the right answer.
I guess that makes sense.
You sound disappointed.
Who cares? Let's just see what's in the final route!
Entered
They
and
used
killed
spectral projection to enter and kill him?
Vivia?
The culprit is... I can't believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's never happened before.
Or was it
How dare you trick me!
someone else was Spectrum?
There is no escape! Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged! Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and boom kill this dude!
Hold on!
Is it Vivia? It can't be. Unless he lied about how his forte works.
Huh? Another trap?
That's why I said to wait. There's no way Vivia's the culprit.
Then prove it and beat this thing! I won't be convinced until you do!
Ghost form traits. Yeah, again, ghost form traits.
To begin with, nothing can be touched while in ghost form. He couldn't have held the murder weapon, the knife. So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor. Now, do you trust Vivia?
Master, I've said this 1,000 times, but a detective must suspect everything. Besides, it's his fault for being so sketchy. The way he looks, how he talks, everything is super suspicious.
Sorry.
I don't blame you.
I do try to stay out of sight.
Anyway, let's go back.
Okay, so I think
If he's not the culprit,
that might clear him, but
Let's try going back to the fork in the path. Maybe something else changed.
maybe. I am
Nothing's changed.
royally confused
there
for
aren't
this
any
one.
new doors. What? There's nowhere to go? What was the point of eliminating all the other paths? start with that again. How about you help us for a change? You better cooperate, unless you want to get chopped up by Master Solution Blade.
Oh, hold on, Shinigami.
I don't want to get chopped up. I dislike pain immensely.
And you want to die, though,
you know,
right?
The journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
True.
But that means nothing if we can't reach the truth.
Nothing? Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Huh?
It's easy to say you want the truth. But are you sure you can handle it?
No.
No matter how cruel that truth may be.
Can I handle it?
I'm still not sure if you're the kind of person who can. I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant.
Right.
This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance. Maybe that's why you can't reach the truth.
What are you talking about? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet.
What?
Well, that's fine for now. But eventually, you'll be forced to make a choice. When that happens, you'll have to prove your conviction and expose the truth, like you said.
Enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
As an apology for the distraction, let me tell you something. This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation. So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
How?
Carve my own path? That's right, Shinigami! We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Sometimes, just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see. I was so focused on how to overcome the security system. But that's not right. I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Don't box yourself in with your own assumptions.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do. But if Master wants to... then fine. I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out, Master.
Is it gonna be the barrel? Yeah, it's gonna be the barrel.
Try to solve it, lickety-split.
Who's capable of overcoming the security system? Ooh.
Twirling, twirling, twirling.
A robot is immune to toxin no matter how toxic it is, right? Spacesuit? Can that fit? I don't know. Fuck. I'm gonna get this wrong. I'm a pal. Fuck, it's... There we go. Could I have used an Amapal too? It can't be the scientist that made the Amapal. That other dude looked too tall.
A new route appeared.
This is all thanks to me.
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I've never been happy or sad in my entire life. I want to die someday.
This guy's hopeless!
Anyway, let's explore
Could
this
they
new
have
route.
snuck in as we opened the door with Amapal, or... Oh, I don't know, we would have heard a scuffle, right, if that was the case.
When you think about who could get past security, the only option we know of is Amapal.
True, and that's how we were able to get through security ourselves.
But it's just a toy robot, right? How is it related to the case?
I don't know yet, but since Amapal can get through security, it must be important.
Okay, so we're not getting jumped yet.
It's sealed off here, too.
Hey, there's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way.
Oh, hi.
Huh? Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the... Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
That was the
Isn't this
final
the place
message
when the
we...
doctor was attacked?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh boy.
The mystery materialized. Must be related to what the doctor just said.
Who are you? Was directed
so
to
the
who?
question is, who did the doctor say? Who are you to? Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
That was the culprit, right?
I can certainly understand why you'd want to choose that. But wasn't security active at that point?
Yeah.
I considered all the various possibilities, but I couldn't figure out a way to get past the security. If I'm right, then there is no basis to infer that someone had entered the doctor's lab at this point. Which means you can't say the doctor was directing those words to the culprit.
Yeah, that sounds right.
No one. Wait, was he? No, so did we lock him? By using Amapal, did we?
Activate. Does that mean we found the right answer?
Oh, fuck.
So the right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
the security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right? And that was before I borrowed Amapel. So the only explanation is that no one was there.
Why would he say that if no one was there?
I
What was
think
the
if we go
doctor's
there,
motive?
we'll find the answer.
What? That route's obviously just a side road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
I know, maybe
looks
it could
like
be
this is the only
important.
way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind. It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this case.
Still, being forced to take a side route is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
So, Master, do you have an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Not yet,
Absolutely
but I think
not.
It has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
An act? Really?
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why. We have to figure that out.
Was
by
this
going
just to
down
get
this
rid of
doctor's
us,
motive route.
or... I don't know. Let me guess, we have been jumped.
He's here too?
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Weska's motive this way? Good luck with that, morons! He had no motive at all!
Well, he said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
God damn it, Vivia.
We can't do that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Nah, fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
Oh boy. Photo, doctors, email.
This was all part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood. You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work. The research was going well.
Email records of Dr. Wesker and Anonymous, there's a regular communication between them. Until just recently, according to the records, Dr. Wesker was planning to escape from Carbo Board.
Doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
Perfect.
The truth. No, the doctor was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation. He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
Yeah, I didn't get to read the messages because I couldn't turn off the auto skip. So that was fun.
Yomi's rebuttal? What was that? What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
I know.
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Right. The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu. Whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that.
Oh fuck. Is it gonna be another, like, quick time? No, okay.
It's the security gate. Everything's locked up.
How did the doctor plan to escape
Which
Carnivore?
means this is a complex problem.
I don't know.
We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before. Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
As always.
Swapping plate. Wait, okay, how did the doctor plan to escape Carnivore? Okay, so blackout, terrorist bombing, swapping places? I now found on the doctor's desk is a diagram of a person being splashed with sulfuric acid. Doing this will cause clothes and skin to melt, rendering the victim unrecognizable. Maybe? It seems to have done it.
Oh, the door actually opened. I knew I could let Yuma handle it.
Right.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
So
Okay, I'm back
the doctor
here.
tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu. The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
At the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Wow! Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid? Yay! So cool and grotesque!
God damn it.
So who is the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape. When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived. The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
Oh, wait. So... the hitman... Okay, so he wanted to use the hitman as his body double. He wanted to... Thereby he made him an act saying, oh shit, someone's in here, leave me alone. We went to find a way to get inside. But... that couldn't work because we didn't deactivate it yet.
And that was the act he put on by asking you, who are you?
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
He was trying to lure Master?
He considered taking advantage of the detectives
All that.
since the hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab not knowing anything about the security system, and thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out.
Well, he couldn't have used another researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence. He needed visitors. People from outside to pull it off.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab...
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now.
What?
Aw, so close.
What?
You want that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman. I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
Assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom, we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
That I still do not know. How could they have entered? What the fuck?
Where are we?
This place is a real mystery.
This
Then
game
again,
is wild.
I suppose that checks out.
Huh? Shinigami?
Yeah! Master! This looks like an important turning point! So, is that your final answer?
What?
I haven't said anything yet!
The culprit entered the lab before Amapal?
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our fateful fork in the road. It's life or death! We are at the crossroads of mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master, which one will you choose?
But... culprit entered the lab before, but... how? No? I guess that wasn't right. Yes?
When I directed Amapal to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him. Which means he was murdered before Amapal entered the doctor's lab.
Your answer?
Oh, something like that, so yes. Yeah, then they, but how? I mean, I realized because I got fucking pushed out of the other one.
Would you like to double down?
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
Okay, back to normalcy.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapal entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master. The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
But
He
how?
waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to
Right,
borrow
yeah.
Amapal.
There's still
She said
that.
no one entered or left the lab.
Granted, she is like she has memory impairment, so but I'm pretty sure she would have focused more during that, right? To make sure no one entered nor
We're
left.
back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in. Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
Where was the culprit before the crime?
This is a map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
If we know where the culprit was before they got in, this route will be clear too. Do you know where, Yuma?
Where was the culprit before the crime was committed? In here, right? Hiding. You couldn't have hidden here, right?
Here.
Yeah, I got it.
The culprit must have been here.
He must have hidden inside the vents. Yeah.
Yay! It opened!
After the exchange on the intercom, given there was always a detective at the front chamber, when we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
Yeah, the culprit was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we
Are
sent
they
Amapal into
cute?
the airlock.
Of that?
And
Oh,
from
fuck.
there, Yuma, you guided Amapal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then?
You know, they just
How would that be
hate her.
possible? Only Amapal could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Maybe the culprit used another Amapal unit.
No. The researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means
Right, yeah.
the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
This is
So the
confusing.
culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
Yeah, that's the only way. But how did they use it? There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.
Well, I have an idea. Will you hear me out?
What is it?
How about giving up? I'm getting
God
tired.
damn it. Vivia.
Motion denied.
Oh boy.
Another fork in the road? Such a complicated mystery labyrinth.
How did the culprit use Amapal?
Beyond each problem lies the truth. We're definitely getting closer to the heart of this mystery.
As a weapon, as a shield, neither. I would assume neither, right? Yeah.
Do you think neither is really the right answer?
No idea.
Process of elimination? That must be it. Amapel's hands aren't designed to hold anything, so it couldn't use the knife to murder the doctor. Which means Amapel wasn't the murder weapon. And the culprit couldn't have used it as a shield. It can't neutralize the toxic gas, and the high voltage shock would destroy it.
So then, how did the culprit use Amapel?
I think we'll find out if we continue down this path.
Yep, no, okay.
That was the wrong answer! Come on, Master!
This one's difficult.
Huh? We're...
Wait, was it right?
We've been here before.
No.
It looks like we've been brought back.
But the door we opened earlier is closed again. Why's that?
Yeah, I wonder why.
Where was the culprit before the crime?
Then the question is the same. Does that mean we gotta do it all over again?
Well, the logic is still sound. There's no other hiding spot for the culprit besides the airlock.
So you want to choose the same answer and keep going?
If you do, you'll just repeat the whole process again. We'll just be brought back here if we can't figure out how did the culprit use Amapel. And I refuse to walk any more than I have to.
Hey, don't sit down!
What should I do?
Stand up! Stand up right now!
Stop it. Leave me alone.
If you want me to leave you alone, then help my useless master out!
Damn, fuck you too.
Fine. Just one thing then. We're back at... Where was the culprit before the crime? Because you're stuck at... How did the culprit use Amapel? With that in mind, these two questions are connected.
Connected? Both the culprit's location and how Amapel was used?
Help him out more! More, more, more!
The culprit was hiding in the airlock, where you also left the robot, right? At that moment, only the culprit and Amapel were there. So maybe the culprit did something.
The culprit did something to Amapel?
Clues are always there, right under your nose. It's a detective's job to notice them. Did you notice anything strange back then? Any tiny detail? Try to remember.
Something strange. Hey! Now that you mention it, back then...
Oh hey, the screen lit up. So this is what Amapel sees. It's like the cockpit of a mecha.
Whoa, what was that?
Did it break already? I thought it was
True, that was...
No, it's alright.
The little...
It's stabilized.
Destabilization, right.
There was a moment when the camera stopped functioning while I was controlling Amapel. It returned to normal pretty quick, but maybe...
See? I told you it was right under your nose. You don't need any additional help from me, right?
That was a clue to help solve this mystery?
Actually, everything in this world is a key to solving mysteries. You just haven't noticed them. Perhaps there is more you're overlooking. Was there anything else unusual?
Something unusual. Something I missed.
Anything else? It's not like Amapel's camera showed the culprit.
Wait, that's it!
Huh?
Now that I think about it, wasn't that strange? The culprit must have gotten ahead of Amapal, but why didn't they ever show up on the camera? If the culprit went past Amapal to enter the doctor's lab, they would have been spotted for sure.
Now that you mention it...
But nobody showed up on camera. How did the culprit manage to pull that off?
Cloaking?
How can you move from the airlock to the doctor's lab without appearing even once on Amapal's camera?
Hey, aren't you just adding another mystery?
No. All the pieces are here.
Huh?
Yuma, the mysteries you face now can be solved with a single answer.
A single answer?
Sheesh. I talk too much.
How did the culprit use Amapal? Why didn't the culprit appear on camera?
It's a Pandora's box of mysteries.
Let's
Hello.
stay calm and think
Angel,
about it.
how you doing?
There's
Hope you're doing
plenty
well.
of
Happy
time.
Halloween. Oh fuck. Well, cause Amapal's malfunctioning in the
I'll keep
airlock.
reading while you wrap things up.
No
What do you say,
idea.
Master? All it takes is one answer to solve these mysteries. Use those weak brain cells of yours and think!
Culprit's location. Amapal's usage. Its malfunction. Why didn't the culprit appear on camera? All this can be solved with just one answer?
Cloaking? He was just invisible? Inside Amapal, behind Amapal, on top. On top? How? Transportation? What caused culprit struck it? Jump on it? Camera failure.
I got it!
So they were on top of it.
The culprit rode on Amapal's head, using it as a method of transportation.
Right. That would explain like the weird like
The door opened!
footprint
With
up, because
every
again the
open door,
footprint was weird. Why
it'd
was
be
there
harder
footprint
for
on
you
it
to
if he
turn
kicked
back.
it?
Are
Like,
you sure? you
Straight
wanna
on
keep
top of his
going?
head. Yeah, that wouldn't have made sense. So that
Absolutely.
makes
I
more
will find the
sense
truth
at
no
least.
matter what. This is for the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Hey, you said the culprit rode on top of Amapal. What did you mean by that?
Literally what I said. The culprit rode Amapal and used it to get through. After we left Amapal in the airlock, the culprit came out of the decontamination
Right.
device.
Okay, so they were hiding in there and then jumped on top of it.
Then they jumped on Amapal's head. The disruption in the footage was from the impact.
That's insane.
Is it? I think it's fairly reasonable.
But-
Amapal can withstand up to 100 kilograms of weight. So someone riding on it
True.
shouldn't affect its
But how
functionality.
did they then
The shoe print on Amapal's head wasn't caused by someone kicking it.
survive
It was left
the
there from the culprit hopping
gas?
on and off.
I mean, yeah, you survive after
that,
like you
The
can
culprit
survive
simply
until like
rode
30
on it
minutes, but
as it
still.
moved toward the doctor's lab. By doing so, the culprit was able to evade the camera and remain hidden as they made their way through the lab.
You're right. If it's true, it does solve all of the previous mysteries. Imagining the culprit riding on a robot makes me laugh.
But Yuma, have you not realized it? You're still missing something. One major mystery remains. greatest mystery of this case should appear soon. Just the thought of it gets me feeling down.
This case's greatest mystery?
Ah, fuck. Well, this is definitely new.
This is the panel chamber.
That means the doctor's lab is just beyond it. If we can get through here, we'll reach the goal, yeah?
When did the culprit get off Amapel?
Is this the greatest mystery you mentioned?
Not exactly what I was envisioning.
Well, this is the mystery to be solved, so let's clear it out.
Beats me.
When would it have been possible for them to get into the room ahead of us? Or opening the door when going through? I mean, it happened when we went through, so I guess like when he jumped off. No, because it took a while. Yeah, while.
The culprit murdered the doctor before Amapel entered the room. Which means the culprit had to have gotten ahead of Amapel at some point. It was when the door first opened. At that moment, the culprit snuck into the doctor's room.
Yeah, when the doors were slowly opening, just like this. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Right. The moment there was enough space for a person to slip through, the culprit hopped off and went inside.
Like this?
Must be right. We're entering a battle now, so it has to be right. Question is still, who was it?
We still haven't reached the goal. I thought we could get into the doc's lab now.
Is this a joke to you? Your deduction is full of holes. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
Master, you know what to do.
Of course.
I'll take your garbage deduction and toss it in the trash. I am the Saint of Kanai Ward, protecting it from filth like you!
Filky's Forte,
The
Amapel
culprit hopped on Amapel as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapel's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky. What, did they use some sort of special power?
No. Spectral projection ghosts wouldn't show up on camera, but it also wouldn't have been able to kill the doctor. That solution key seems more important. What was Amapel doing at the time?
Speaking of which,
if I can recall, Amapel was extending his arm towards the button to disable the security system. Right. That means Amapel's camera wouldn't have been running.
The culprit hopped on Amapel as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist! Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit, the camera would have caught it. No one would do something so risky. The crime would have been exposed. The culprit must be really lucky. What, did they use some sort of special power?
Right.
Okay, I think I have it.
The culprit hopped off Amapal as the door opened, then slipped through the gap in the door. That's impossible, even for Fink the Slaughter Artist!
No, not that.
Think about it. If Amapal's line of sight changed just a bit...
There we have it.
Flash through this mystery. Amapal is designed so that when its hand is stretched out, it won't execute any other inputs. That's why when it was pressing the button for the door, the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
You little maggots. Don't get so full of yourselves. You're not getting out of here alive.
Okay.
So Amapal couldn't move while the door was opening. That's when the culprit took their chance.
Since the door opens outward, it's possible to take advantage of the blind spot it creates. That's how the culprit managed to stay outside the camera's view as they enter the doctor's room.
So it's an elaborate murder that took advantage of Amapal's design, and even the direction the door opens. Whoever planned this must have really wanted the doctor dead.
Yep, think so too.
I guess you can call it an obsession. How scary.
I mean, they are hitmen, so it's literally the job, I guess.
Where will it take us? Perhaps a suite with the culprit's obsession on full display? A room of nightmares?
Knock it off with the weird soliloquies. Let's go.
You're really going?
Huh?
Oh boy.
Hey, Yuma. When the culprit entered the doctor's room while the door was open...
Huh? Yeah?
At the time, the doctor was in the room, right?
It should have
If
been, yeah.
the door opened and an intruder entered, how could the doctor not have noticed?
He can't hear.
So what if he did notice? It's not a big deal.
Yes, it is. If he had noticed an intruder, the doctor would have turned to face him. Which means he wouldn't have been stabbed in the back.
He can't hear.
That piece of trash is right. Your logic is flawed.
I remember that he is
Hey, what are you, on the Phantom side now?
he is bad hearing. He cannot.
Listen to my
when he was
incredible words
when his
of
back was
wisdom.
turned, he couldn't have heard the door open.
Reduction is worth less than shit. Everything you do is a fucking mistake.
Meaning he couldn't have known someone was literally approaching him. Yeah, he might have prepared for someone to come, but maybe he just wasn't, you know, maybe he just didn't expect it to take that long, and then just kind of went on his merry way again.
Damn it! Your deduction is inconsistent.
Now.
It's full of inconsistencies. By your logic, even if the doctor could be stabbed, it wouldn't be from behind.
Like
flame doesn't hold up.
There we go. I mean, yeah, he did get stabbed from behind, so yeah.
No, the culprit did stab the doctor in the back. That's how the body was discovered.
That's why I'm saying your deduction is inconsistent. By your logic, the doctor couldn't have been murdered in that way!
Doctor knows, yeah, information, right? Doctor had hearing issues, severe enough that he could be considered deaf. There we go.
Brick quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right?
Oh, my frames, what the hell?
No way he missed it.
Oh my god.
Running is noisy.
Oh, fuck, okay. The intruder would need to kill the doctor quickly, so wouldn't they have them running? And if they were, footsteps could be loud, but according to the solution, key, yeah, the doctor was hard of hearing. The volume of the intruder's footsteps wouldn't have made a difference.
The culprit quickly entered the lab. But the doctor was in the room at the time, right? There's no way he missed an intruder.
Ow, okay.
Running is noisy. So Wesker would have heard and turned to face the culprit. And his chest would have been stabbed, not his back. Unless you think the doctor was asleep. Is there any trace of him being drugged? Even if he didn't look back from his desk, he would have heard someone coming!
Nope, he wouldn't.
This is the truth! Wait, the doctor had trouble hearing. That's why he didn't notice the intruder.
Now you're spouting nonsense. Say whatever you want, it won't save you. There's a gaping hole in your logic, and there's no way you're gonna fill it at this rate. Because you, more than anyone else, you're the one refusing to see the truth right before your eyes.
Right.
What? I refuse to see the truth? Vivia said the same thing, but...
It's strange, don't you think? Isn't it about time you noticed that something's off here?
I don't.
Huh?
You've solved many mysteries up to now, yet none of them are directly connected to the culprit's identity.
That's
yeah.
because the culprit is the hitman.
But we don't know who the
If that's
hitman
the case,
is.
why haven't you reaped the hitman's soul? That would end the labyrinth.
It's not that easy. The culprit will fight back, unless we solve all the mysteries first. Hang on. What are you getting at?
We don't know who the hitman
In my
is.
eyes, the reason a single mystery hasn't been directly connected to the culprit is because of Yuma's reluctance. It's pushing away the mysteries that lead to the culprit.
Huh?
Subconsciously, you're closing your eyes to the truth.
It's because he doesn't want anyone
That's
else to
why
die, or...
you haven't touched on the hole in your reasoning.
What hole?
Whatever, that's enough. Just ignore this guy and keep going.
Hey!
Yuma. Yuma.
Jeez, go away!
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Not
the
really.
huge hole in this investigation.
What are you...
Just ignore him.
let's review your deduction, shall we? The culprit took advantage of Amapal's locked position and entered the lab. And before the robot entered the room, that person stabbed the doctor from behind. However, they bumped into Amapal while escaping, causing it to fall over. That was obviously a mistake, but since it wasn't captured on video, they were able to avoid detection. After that, the culprit went inside the decontamination device in the airlock to hide from you.
That's correct. So what's the hole in my deduction?
It's before all of that. It remains the case's greatest mystery.
Which is?
What?
How did the culprit get past security?
What?
Right.
We already told you that. The culprit rode on top of Amapal as Master controlled it and was taken all the way to the doctor's lab.
No, I don't think that's what he's getting
But
at.
if someone was riding on it, how did they get past the high voltage shocks in the panel chamber?
Oh.
This is the end for you!
What?
You have nowhere left to go!
Oh, come on!
Oh, Fubuki's power?
I won't let you maggots ruin the peace of Kanai Ward! As the king of Amaterasu Corporation and the guardian of Kanai Ward, I will stop you here and now!
Perhaps this, too, is an obsession. Why does he insist on covering up the truth? Tell me, what will you do, Yuma? Are you going to stay willfully blind?
Is it because...
No, I'll fight. Whether it's subconscious or not, I won't look away from the truth.
Is it because Yuma is subconsciously, like,
no matter what. This is for the
blocking
chief
out
and
that
everyone
he
at the
was
Nocturnal Detective
essentially the reason he got killed because he was the one using...
Good luck! You'll
Amapal?
never find it. You'll scurry around this labyrinth forever, like blind mice. You'll rot away in it, looking for an answer that will never come!
Is it because we were then essentially indirectly involved with the crime, or...? Yeah, Fubuki's forte. Fubuki's forte can be turned back, it was used to...
Keep playing with your shit deductions. You
Ow.
still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical route security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it. Don't tell me the culprit is a robot.
How did the culprit break through the panel chamber?
But...
We at least had Amapal with us to disable the security system. Didn't you notice anything else weird at the time? Think hard.
That's right.
As far as the panel chamber goes...
Keep playing. With your shit deductions. You still haven't solved the greatest mystery! How did the culprit get past the security? The critical lab security system was always live. There was no way to reach the doctor. The panel chamber shocks would have fried the culprit. That security system? No living human can breach it.
Flash through this mystery.
Don't tell me because we were indirectly in it as well that Fubuki dies too. Or just anyone else.
A human could get past the panel chamber by using Fubuki's forte. In fact, that's how we got past the panels. The high voltage shocks kept destroying Amapel. But we reversed time every time that happened.
Correct. So whenever it was struck by the current, it went back in time. But while that was occurring, the culprit, a human, was riding on top of Amapel. That person was burnt to a crisp every time you failed.
But...
Which means you killed the culprit over and over again.
Vivia?
If only you had chosen to remain ignorant, I would have walked beside you in silence. But if you intend to seek the truth, then I must stand in your way.
What are you doing?
What?
Why are you doing this?
He's going to betray you, Master.
Oh, fuck.
Betray me?
It's up to you, Yuma. This is your final chance to save the world you believe in. What are you going to do? It's time to decide your past and your future.
Why, Vivia?
Oh boy. Well, did not... Okay, I kinda did see this one coming actually, not gonna lie. Toxic gas, that one. Electrical room witness.
Yes. How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas.
Right, there's still that. No, okay.
Say.
Even with the gas mask, the culprit was have kept them, wouldn't have kept them safe, and there's no way around the toxic gas chamber. I don't think there's any rebuting that statement, but I'm curious. I'm curious about the properties of the toxic gas.
That's right.
Right, given the properties of the gas, it may have been possible to kill the doctor, even if being exposed to it.
Let me ask you. How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit will surely die. You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability.
No? Not this either?
Say.
Solution key proves that the gas mask can't protect against toxic gas, but the gas has another interesting characteristic. It doesn't kill you immediately after exposure.
Right.
Right. Then it still would have been possible to murder the doctor.
Let me ask you. How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit would surely die.
No? Okay, I'm just gonna let this one play out. I'm just gonna let this one play out.
Me?
Let me
Let me ask you.
The toxic gas is bacterial. So regular gas masks are ineffective against it. It takes about 30 minutes after exposure for the toxins to spread, and death is certain.
How did the culprit bypass the toxic gas chamber? It's impossible to avoid the gas. The culprit would surely die. You should already know this, right? The gas is a special trait. The gas can see through even a gas mask. No ability can nullify its toxicity. Once it hits you, you're done for. You die before reaching Wesker.
No, there we go. He wouldn't have died. It would last 30 minutes. Why is he flying?
If you pass through the toxic gas, you'll die. But you'll have 30 minutes before it kills you. Which means you could survive for 30 minutes.
What? Don't tell me.
There are no gas masks here that can block this toxic gas. And no fortes that can nullify it.
Wait, so...
There's only one way you could get through it.
Could it be that...
You do nothing. You endure it in hopes of Amapel taking you to the next room.
Then the culprit didn't do anything to counteract it and just passed through the toxic gas?
So does it mean
It's
that
the only
the culprit
explanation that
could
makes sense.
be dead already?
This is the truth.
It definitely has taken more than half an hour.
I can't believe it. But if the culprit really did just endure the toxic gas,
Then they...
the culprit... This...
It appears you finally glimpsed the truth. Well, how does it feel to have your world shatter before your eyes? Isn't this what you wanted?
What?
What's he talking about?
Yomi's Mystery Phantom and Fifia are both right. Subconsciously, I didn't want to know the truth.
Huh?
Up until now, the Mystery Labyrinth was withholding the mysteries that led to the culprit. And that's because it's a reflection of my own reluctance.
Master, what's wrong? Do you know who the culprit is?
I'm confused.
The hitman, right?
The truth is worthless. Nothing has less value in this isolated, rainy city. No one wants the truth. Not even you! Now, rot away and die right here!
Oh boy.
No one will get in my way. Kai Lord, Amaterasu! They both belong to me!
Well, I'm fucked.
If the culprit carried out the crime like you deduced, then they should be dead from the toxic gas. But no one at the scene has died from poison. If you can understand that much, then what are you still doing here?
Ow.
You're right that no one in that lab died from that toxic gas. But that was part of the culprit's plan from the beginning. They planned to distort the facts of their death.
Yuma, are you sure you want to face the truth? your world will fall apart. The world that you believed in.
Your deduction is wrong. Don't disturb the peace. It's not even worth debating. Is this the best you can do to refute it? Just give up and die!
How about no? Ow. Wait, the culprit misrepresented the death by using...
Yes, I'll expose the truth.
The hitman?
The culprit misrepresented their death by using the hitman. The culprit realized their plan would be exposed if someone in the lab died from toxic gas. So they used the hitman to cover up their own death.
Used the hitman?
Meaning, the hitman wasn't hired to assassinate the doctor. They were hired to cover up the culprit's death by toxic gas.
Huh? The hitman's target was the culprit? Not the doctor?
What?
But the doctor was stabbed by the knife with the inscribed F. Doesn't that belong to the hitman?
All you would need is a similar knife. The story of Fink the Slaughter Artist using a knife inscribed with the letter F is well known.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? It's the one that Fink the Slaughter Artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F.
So, it was all a ruse? The
I
real
mean,
culprit made it look like the hitman
it
did it?
wasn't like the hitman to use death threats.
Stop! You useless garbage! To hell with detectives and the truth! I won't let you have your way in my city! There is no real culprit! Dr. Wesker was killed by the hitman!
Huh? What's going on? Who's the real culprit?
The real culprit. The real culprit is...
The time has finally come.
Wait. Was Yuma the hitman? Was it because of Makoto?
It's time for you to acknowledge what you've known all along. If the tiny crack spreads any further, the mirror will shatter, exposing the chaos of the real world. Knowing this, will you still expose the truth? Then,
Is that why he
show
wanted
me
us to...
your conviction.
The clues pointing to the identity of the hitman's target. I know. I've known all along.
Now, expose the truth. Do it. If you want to burn the world down.
Defeat Yomi with a key. Doctor's notes. Missing file. Woman's wearing a white lab coat. Perhaps she's a researcher in the lab. The man cannot be recognized. Wait. Okay, what was the clue leading to the true culprit? photo?
The bloodstained photo found in the hallway near the lab.
Wait, was it
There
Yako?
was a person pictured with a woman. That was the hitman's target. The real culprit behind this case. The blood obscured the person's face, but I know who it is. It could only be one person. It could only be...
How do you know? That person in the photo is the hitman's target. And who is it?
It's...
No. Stop! Don't you dare say another word! No one wants the truth!
I don't understand, but... Good luck, Master! I'm always by your side, haunting you!
I know. Who's the true culprit? It has to. Why else would he have the photo? Well, it could be because of the file. No. Yako was the culprit? Or am I getting this wrong?
Huh?
Yako.
No. No fucking way. Why?
Why? Why is Fuzzhead here?
Chief Yako was the only person attacked by the hitman in the lab.
Or maybe
in
it
other
wasn't.
words, the chief was the hitman's target.
Oh, I get. So he was the target.
But Chief Yako tried to hide that photo by tossing it behind the houseplant. He hid it knowing it'd be an important clue.
So he was the
That's
target of the
because
hitman.
The person in the photo is Chief Yako himself.
What is?
It was given to the hitman so he'd know his target, and the chief tried to conceal it. Which means the blood covering the face on the photo was likely done on purpose.
Hold on, Master! Are you serious? You're really saying Fuzzhead is the culprit?
Wait, so he.
Really? I don't buy it. You think he actually put together this elaborate murder? He's knocking on death's door just for this?
I don't want to believe it either, but there's no other way.
Don't forget this stuff!
Battle with Vivia. The anemic vampire is gonna throw questions at your back to back. Press the correct buttons when you think you've got the correct answer. You'll take damage if you avoid all assailing assaults.
The phantom vanished. The truth has been mostly exposed, and the labyrinth cannot function much longer. Anything I do now might not matter. But I'll do it anyway. Because it's something I must do. while the chief takes his final breaths.
Vivia.
Yuma. If Chief Yako is the culprit, then what about that death threat? Why would the chief send it if he was the killer? Answer me, Yuma.
Why did Yako send the death threat? I didn't get to read that. It was way too quick.
By sending that note, everyone would believe the doctor's life was in danger, which was necessary for this sequence of events to take place. All the master detectives headed to the secret lab because of that note. Chief Yako brought them here to take advantage of their abilities and murder the doctor.
Huh? Their abilities?
But the death threat wasn't sent just to the detectives. The peacekeepers received it too. What was the point of that? Why put them on high alert? What is the truth behind it all?
Jesus. Disguise ability? Right, yeah.
The note was sent to the peacekeepers because they were also part of the plan. When the peacekeepers received the note, they dispatched a lot of their personnel to the scene. The master detectives were able to take advantage of the commotion to enter the facility. They did it by disguising themselves as peacekeepers.
It would be convenient to have a lot of peacekeepers around if you want to get into the lab disguised as one.
This is why the peacekeepers also received the death threat.
Hey, you still want to do this? It's not too late to
Not
give up.
really.
I am well aware of the danger.
Oh, she meant him.
I haven't gotten this much exercise in a long time. But this is something I must do. I can't leave the chief like this.
Vivia.
Let's continue, Yuma. So, everyone disguised themselves as peacekeepers and entered the lab. You were already at the lab, and that's where you met up with the chief, right?
Yes, but we decided to split up after the blackout occurred.
Wait! That blackout should have caused a commotion. If we leave now, the peacekeepers will see us. I knew it. This place is crawling with them.
What do we do?
I'll draw their attention to buy some time. In the meantime, you two hurry to that doctor.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid inside the airlock.
Oh.
Was the blackout part of the plan? So the one who caused it, was that also the chief?
Fuck.
That's not it.
I guess not.
The chief said he'd buy us some time, but he actually went and hid.
Was that also the chief?
No. Wasn't Yako either. Okay, so there are more questions. Okay, I assume I can just continue to dodge. Not Wesker. Not Yako.
No, that's not it.
Oh, okay, I see. Was it then actually Fink? Was he actually here? Oh shit.
The chief was with me in the security room at the time of the blackout. It's impossible for him to have caused it. So the only person it could be is the hitman. It must have been part of the job.
Yeah, they couldn't have investigated either
He
because
instructed
he was
the
locked
hitman
in.
to cause a blackout at a specific time.
But why?
It
No
made
idea.
us think the doctor was in danger, so we'd go check on him. We used Amapal and Fortes to get through the tight security system. Chief Yako had it all planned out from the start. He used us to break through the security so he could kill the doctor.
So, Master using Amapal and the Sheltered Skank's time rewinding ability at the panel chamber? That was all part of Fuzzhead's plan?
The only way to get past security was to use both Amapal and that Forte. The chief knew we'd figure that out.
I think it's more like he trusted us. He trusted that we would arrive at that conclusion.
I'm counting on you both. See you later.
Trust? How could this be a trust thing? He was clearly taking advantage of you all. He gathered the master detectives using a fake death threat, then used their Fortes to commit murder. What a scumbag! He used you all to get away with murder! Out of all the criminals I've ever met, he's the worst coward of them all! Master, grab that coward and... Enough!
Damn.
Why did it have to come to this? Chief Yako saved me. He took me in. I had lost everything. Even my memories. Sure, he may have been a little pushy at times. But still, I really admired him.
Yeah.
So, why? Why did you do it? Is this about the woman in the picture? Chief, please tell me! Or
Did he use her or something?
There's no point in asking. That's just a mystery phantom. It's not the real Fuzzhead. Master, watch out!
Oh, okay.
The phantoms are a reflection of the same people in the real world, right? Which means he should hold the same thoughts. The photo behind the houseplant. I don't know what the chief was hiding. But that photo must have been dropped by the hitman after he was done with it. The chief picked it up and used his own blood to obscure the face. He knew the truth would be exposed if that photo was found, so he hid it behind the potted plant. He left his blood on it, almost like he wrote a dying message. But in truth, it was actually a secret he wanted to keep hidden.
Master, I think you know this, but to exit the Mystery Labyrinth, you will have to eliminate the culprit.
Eliminate the chief?
Are you really going to do this? After all the mysteries are solved, the chief back in the real world will die. But you saw yourself, Yuma. The chief is already knocking on death's door. Will you still bury him in the name of truth?
The chief took me in when I had no memories, or anyone to turn to. I trusted him from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have to end his life?
Damn.
You know, I liked it, surprisingly. The little bit of peace and quiet I found at the Nocturnal Detective Agency.
Vivia, you knew the truth behind this case from the very beginning.
I had a hunch. Because of my spectral projection, I knew the chief had been planning something for quite some time.
Right.
But I pretended not to see. I admired him and the world he had made.
That's why you threatened me, and were so uncooperative in the investigation.
I knew you would reach the truth eventually, Yuma. But I tried my best to keep you away. Exposing the truth won't save anyone. Neither the chief nor you.
Damn.
Master, you've already come this far. You've got to finish this. What'll happen to the other master detectives if you die here? Didn't you say you wanted to expose the truth and save everyone?
Vivia, you told me that the time would come when I'd have to prove my conviction. The conviction to accept the truth, no matter how cruel it may be. Now is that time, isn't it?
Yes, and yet you intend to continue. If you're prepared for it.
Hey! You better not get in Master's way again!
Yuma, do you remember when the chief's soul called out to us?
Yes?
Huh?
Now that you
Yeah,
mention
the
it.
truth is cruel. Never in history has the truth been known to be kind. But you know what? Turning your eyes away from the truth and living a lie is harsh too. In the end, you can never look away from the truth. As long as you live, you must face that pain. So really, what's the point of worrying so much about it? When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
Right.
I always averted my eyes from the truth. For my own sake. My own peace and quiet. But I could never say with confidence that I was proud of myself. In the end, I was just running away from everything. That's why I entrust this to you, Yuma.
Entrust what?
You signed a pact with the Death God in your desire for the truth. I want to see your conviction. As long as you don't stray from exposing all truth, I believe you'll be able to face it, cruel as it may be. I want to see it through to the end. It's why I followed you here. In that sense, we're accomplices. If you must bring down the chief, then I will lend a hand.
Right.
I won't avert my eyes any longer. I, too, want to live with my head held high. Because I, too, am a detective.
Vivia.
When you're lost, believe in your own heart. That way, even if things end up all wrong, at least you can stand proud.
I understand, Chief Yako. Thank you for everything you've done for me.
Damn. Why does the game have to make me tear up, man? What the fuck? Okay, where's the secret lab located? Death Threat sent you the detective agency and also how was Dr. Wesker communicated with intercom? Where did the culprit hide? What did the culprit use to get past security? Whose power was used in the panel room? What weapon was used to kill Wesker? Okay, that unlocked Amaterasu Corporation, Peacekeeper, Decon. And Peacekeepers. It was located in Amaterasu Corporation. Whose power? Fubuki's power. Who killed the culprit? Think. Who was the culprit? Yako. Damn.
Step right up, step right up! Peacekeepers, a CEO, a research doctor, a hitman, and master detectives! 2 dead bodies, but lots of shady characters! Truth bombs are about to be dropped! Time for the deduction denouement!
This one's sad. Fucking hell.
The victim in this case is one Dr. Weska. This incident features a sinister and meticulously detailed plot centered on the doctor.
The old geezer was holed up inside a lab at Amaterasu HQ. He was a total hermit in the critical lab with a totally overkill security system.
The culprit made thorough preparations beforehand to break through that system.
Boom killing a shut-in is hard work. The humane thing to do is to reintroduce him to society first.
Yeah, with that out of the way. Posing as a hitman, the culprit sent a death threat to the Peacekeepers, the detective agency, and the research lab. At the same time, they contracted a real hitman and had him infiltrate the research facility.
They spilled the beans about Gramps being in danger to lure both the Peacekeepers and the detectives to the lab.
You see, the Master Detective's presence at the scene was an indispensable part of the plan. It was how the culprit gained access to the research facility, after all. The hitman infiltrated the lab exactly as planned. And we arrived with Makoto at the same time.
Stuff went down, blah blah blah, and Master got locked up by that Yomi guy.
I was rescued by Desukiko and the culprit, who were disguised as peacekeepers. With the real peacekeepers rushing around, the culprit took advantage of the turmoil to sneak into the lab. But after catching up with them, the power suddenly went out, separating the culprit from the rest of the group.
The blackout itself was caused by the hitman, right? And getting separated was all part of the culprit's plan.
Right. They used the blackout as an opportunity to hide in the vents in the airlock chamber. Afterwards, we headed to the critical lab to check on the doctor's condition, just like the culprit directed us. But since that lab used a separate power supply, nothing strange had happened.
His whole "the doctor's in danger" spiel was an act, huh? He made a fool of you, Master. What a dick!
But then, someone attacked the doctor while we were trying to talk with him over the intercom. We had to get into the doctor's lab.
At that time, the old geezer was playing games with us. And he even tried to kill you and the others with a trap! That bastard wanted to use your dead bodies! He really got you there, Master!
I don't see why you're so happy about it. The Dr.
I mean,
Sham
it's
made the
Shinigami,
case
so
even
of
more
course
confusing.
she is.
Even if we tried to get to the doctor, the critical lab was guarded by tight security. The only way through was by using an Omapal. The culprit rode on it by emerging from their hiding place in the airlock vent and jumping onto the robot's head.
All aboard the Omapal Express! First stop, a shower of toxic gas! Humans can't protect themselves against the gas, but since it's not instantly fatal, it wasn't a problem. Next up, the panel chamber and high-voltage shocks! One wrong move, and it was insta-death! But thanks to that Sheldon's game, we got all the continues we could want. So, we managed a perfect clear! The critical lab was finally breached!
The culprit had anticipated we would get through this way. They also knew they would die over and over as a result.
I mean, he only died once because I managed to get rid of my first try.
The culprit jumped on. I should have realized what was happening.
No use crying over spilt blood. On to the next thing! Where were we? Oh yeah! To open the door to the doctor's lab, Omapal had to reach out its arm and hit a switch. And when the door opened wide enough for a person to squeeze through, the killer snuck inside.
Omapal can't follow any new commands while its arm is extended, so the culprit didn't show up on the camera.
Then, the culprit boom killed the old geezer using the same knife as the hitman. Gramps was pretty much deaf, so a backstab was easy peasy.
Then, the murderer tried to leave the room before Omapal entered. But they knocked the robot over on the way out.
They then went back into the airlock chamber vent to wait for you and the others to go by.
We entered the critical lab and found the doctor's body. The culprit used that time to get out of the vent and head for the hallway.
That was when they were found by the hitman. And stabbed.
They'd already been in contact with a toxic gas, so death was inevitable.
So they would have died. He would have died anyway. Damn.
So they hired the hitman to kill them, thereby concealing any involvement.
So
I guess that means the killer completely trusted in the master detective's
hired
capabilities.
the hitman, if I get it right, to conceal that it was him.
They knew
Fuck
those
me,
powers would get them
okay.
close to the doctor. But why were they willing to die to hide the crime?
I can't say for certain. Was it his pride as a detective? Did he simply not want his friends to know? Whatever it may be, I'm prepared to face the truth. The culprit who murdered Dr. Weska, and even included his own death in the plot.
Jaco Furio! It was you!
Damn.
I will expose the truth. But why? Chief Jaco, why? Why didn't you ever talk to us about this? Why did it have to end this way? Why didn't you tell us? Is this really what you wanted? Can you even hear me?
It doesn't matter who it is. Exterminating the real culprit's soul and destroying the mystery labyrinth. That's why I'm here.
It's actually the first time she sounded very serious during that.
Overflowing despair.
It might change now, though.
The brilliant soul of Shinigami
Yep, there it is.
shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. Through to the final mystery labyrinth.
Oh? This is different. Huh. Yeah, okay.
Master's naivete must be rubbing off on me. I mean, not even I hated Buzzhead. That's weird. This mystery labyrinth is falling apart slower than usual. I wonder why.
Granted, it was
shouldn't let our guards down
not
yet.
that big of a fucking explosion after you killed
You
the
really
soul,
think
so...
We're done here.
Huh?
Do you have all of the fragments of truth that you sought?
Oh,
If
excuse
so,
me.
we could just leave, right?
Some mysteries remain.
No, we haven't uncovered everything yet. No.
Something has to be different.
There's still some mysteries remaining.
Huh? what's remaining?
I don't know, but I
We're
would
the
assume
culprit
they
zone
are.
Already. I know it's slow, but this place is starting to come down.
Maybe it's not directly related to this case. I don't want to leave any questions unanswered, for Chief Yaku's sake. Please, help me, Shinigami.
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you, Master. You know I can't resist helping you when you rely on me. First, we need to reveal whatever mysteries are left. That should open up a new path. Lay it all out, Master.
Right. Oh boy. Okay, so... the remaining mystery is Dr. Weska's...
I'm so bored.
Doctor's nose? Maybe he was threatened and planned to swap places. Plans? No. Weska's...
Are you just gonna leave me here? That's not it.
Damn. Weska's... Email. Right?
Tick tock, go, go, go! That's right! Nice!
There we go. Yeah, there's still... Right, there is still that whole Jesus Christ. Was that really a Legend of Zelda reference? That's funny.
Oh, it's a secret dungeon! The labyrinth must be breaking down so slowly because the identity of the culprit isn't the only mystery. But it's still definitely coming down, so you better hurry, Master!
Right.
Yeah, got it.
Yuma, I'll follow you to the end until you reach the truth.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Can I at least save? I can. Because I'd say that this is definitely a good spot to call it for tonight. There we go. It's like half an hour already, like, later, so... Excuse me. There we go. And... yeah, I'd say that about does it for today's stream. As always, if you are new to the channel, if you like what you saw, be sure to follow if you're not ready. I'm losing my voice. And also, be sure to check out the rest of my social media, such as YouTube, Twitter, Blue Sky, DemonNet, and TikTok. Give them all a follow. Also, be sure to join my Discord if you want to, of course. And, yeah. Let's find someone to raid, shall we? Oh my god. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, let's raid this person. There we go. Raid. And yeah, that about does it for today's stream. I hope you guys enjoy. I'll be seeing you whenever the fuck I decide to stream again. Good night, everyone. Bye.